Welcome. Do you know Dora Bromberger? She was one of the most famous painters in Bremen at the time. She was deported to Minsk by the Nazis in 1941 and murdered there. Her fate represents that of an entire generation of Jewish artists whose voices and works were almost silenced. Let's take a closer look at her life. She was born in Bremen in 1881, the daughter of music professor Dora Bromberger, who was closely connected to the Bremen cultural scene and was friends with composer Johannes Brahms. Together with her brother Siegfried and her sister Henriette, Dora grew up in an artistic family home. She studied with various painters at the Munich Academy and also in Paris. Munich remained her preferred place of work, from where she traveled to the Bavarian lakes for painting stays before returning to Bremen in 1923 for financial reasons. She was represented at exhibitions in Berlin, Nuremberg, and Bremen, and became a member of the Bremen Artists' Association. From 1933 onwards, she was systematically disenfranchised by the National Socialists and lived a secluded life with her sister in her parents' house, supported by the artists Elisabeth Noltenius and Isa Hassa. In 1941, both were deported to Minsk, where they were murdered in the summer of 1942 at the age of 61. Their brother survived because he emigrated to Cuba in 1939. Let's take a closer look at her painting style and motifs. Her painting style was influenced by Expressionism, yet at the same time idiosyncratic and characterized by subtle colors. Over the years, she developed a special mastery of watercolor painting, combining lightness and depth. Her motifs were mainly landscapes, but her works also include still lifes and portraits, always imbued with personal mood and intensity. Her well-known works include Steep Alley, which captures the liveliness of everyday urban spaces with bright colors and expressive perspective, the watercolor Young Girl with Sheep, which reveals a delicate symbiosis between humans and nature, and Autumnal Coolness, 1916, which uses muted oil colors and textured brushwork to convey the quiet melancholy of autumn. At the end of her life, Dora Bromberger left behind around 160 works, an impressive legacy that reminds us to this day of her strength, her art, and her tragic fate. We hope you enjoyed this insight into the life and work of Dora Bromberger. If so, subscribe to our channel for more exciting art stories, and if you have any further information about her life and work, please write it in the comments.